Jimmy Stewart in an angry way and how funny he was. Oh well, not trying to be funny. My ma asked me about It's a Wonderful World recently when I was like, it's a strange thing to bring up. She's like, I've never watched it, so would you recommend it? And I was like, she's like, how? I says, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
And she's
I
like,
think it's a good movie.
It's the
You
ending.
don't believe in it?
It's just the ending. He's running.
Oh, the running through the streets part. That's too much for you.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a bit much. So you were fine with it up to that point? It should be in a podcast. Are we recording?
Oh, right, well recording.
Right, okay. So why...
Don't time.
I'm trying to psychoanalyze you slightly. So what, you were fine with it up to that point, really?
I don't think. I think it's a much greatly exaggerated good film.
Right, okay.
I don't think it's very good. Is it the big rabbit in it?
What? That's Harvey.
Aye, Harvey. What's the other one? It's an
And
angel.
Donnie
and...
Darko.
No.
Alright, yeah. Harvey's the rabbit, right, okay, and then... it's an angel comes visit him and
He's
shows
got to
him...
jump off the bridge, isn't he?
It's clever, it shows him what his life would be like if he's not around. That's good, no?
Aye, it's kind of Dickens, isn't it?
Aye, yeah. Well, it's a twist on it though. Because he is a good guy. Whereas Scrooge isn't.
What is he about? He's like a stockbroker type.
No, he just owns a bank. I'll admit
No, he just owns a bank. Like, just owns a bank.
No, but it's a small independent bank.
Oh well.
Yeah, but like the whole point
Breadline.
No, the whole point is he's a stand-up guy, and then there's a bigger bank owned by...
Stand-up guy.
He's a stand-up guy. Right?
You're not getting away with that. Come on.
Yeah, whatever. He's a good guy. He's a good cunt. Whatever you want to call him.
He's a stand-up man.
He's a stand-up guy over here.
I vouch for him.
I vouch for him. When you say, hey, how you doing? He stands up. Come on. What more you want from him?
Joey, he's a sit-down man.
Joey, he's sit down, motherfucker. Always sitting down on his ass. Even when you say even when you first meet him, he's always sitting down. Doesn't get up.
But that's his way, though.
That's his way, though.
That's what makes Joey. That's what makes Joey the most dangerous.
He says he's a paraplegic, but I don't believe him. Nah, he's just...
Although he was shot in the spine.
Right. No, he's a stand-up, right? And then the fucking guy, the enemy is the... I'm bored already.
This is a great movie review, isn't it? What year did it come out? Like 1934 or something?
100 years behind.
The 100-year review!
Yeah, hot
retrospect.
take on. Yeah. Fuck's sake. Yeah, well, like...
Oh, that could be a feature. We could start reviewing, like, films that have, been reviewed to death and just being like, as if they're just it.
No.
I try.
Alternative movie endings could be a good idea. No, that'd be none of that.
Just being a dick.
Alright, okay.
I'll just put that.
I know, no, but like us talking about movies is probably more boring than I was just talking shite.
About that,
Yeah.
I look at the analytics occasionally of the show.
Have we hit 100 mark yet?
Aye, we did, aye.
Right, nice.
Aye.
So we're getting the monies now.
So now people can
We got
pay for early stuff and things. Aye. Ain't they lucky?
So we got a few pennies.
Kill content is way up there. Still, so it seems to be.
It's because we had a fucking
I had a strong theme and it was nihilistic, and I think that's what people like. Cause
I think it's just because we're being fucking honest and raw. I'm trying too hard to be funny. That's the problem.
And yet not succeeded once. Scooby Dooby Doo.
So I'm not right. Okay, what else about the analytics? That's interesting. What's the second most popular episode?
The conspiracy one.
Yeah, but these are all topics that are connected. That's why people
These
are
fucking arseholes. How dare you?
How dare you connect with the most
Listen
obvious
to
things?
The stoicism
The
one.
shite. Yeah, the really niche ones.
the smack of Sean Connery. Could you miss that?
Yeah,
the
25 minutes of us talking about Sean Connery smacking women. Why didn't you like that? Bitches. I'll slap all you.
I'll tell you, I had a good chuckle for about a week after that. The whole thing I thought was quite funny. Still,
It was alright.
I'm hoping to get a bit of kickback, a wee bit of controversy.
No, nothing.
No, Danny and
gives
Paddy
a
promote
fuck.
domestic violence, nothing.
Nah.
Danny and Paddy,
We'll get
slag
cancelled when
Irish
we're
people,
a bit more famous.
incels, nothing.
I know.
Like
Nobody wants to kill us.
well, that
Nobody's even
unimportant.
commenting. Like, I'm
They're
an
not
incel,
even-
I'm gonna
they're not
I'm
even-
gonna fuck you up.
We're beneath the incels radar.
I think because we diverted away, we diverted them to Chads.
And you started saying, let's just kill a woman. Which, I mean, you're a hardliner. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but then I quickly corrected that and said Chads.
When you said
Just
you
like-
quickly corrected that,
I quickly. Or you? Did you?
Aye, I
Maybe
said
you
you,
quickly.
aye, I did.
Right, okay.
and you were like, oh, aye,
But
kill
we
the
are
Chads.
but one. I feel indivisible with you, therefore. Right, what's our topic for today, man? Maybe we need to pick a good zeitgeist topic.
Age,
Yep, let's do it. Yeah.
overrated, innit?
Yeah. Where's all the wisdom? Like, I used to think, I think I was wise when I was 26, 7, 28.
Just before I
Now
knew
I'm
you.
like, I'm dumb again.
Just before, it was a weird choice that you went. Just before there was any proof that I could say you were or you weren't, you picked an age. About 2 years shy of me meeting you, and you're like, oh,
It's
I was
all
dead
about you.
wise. I was dead wise just before you came along, and then.
And then, yeah, all downhill
All
once I
downhill.
met Danny.
It's my fault. It's really.
No, I know, but it's like that's the thing, and it's like, oh yeah, you're getting older, but you're getting wiser. That's the consolation.
Console. Aye, it is, aye. It's meant to be. I know, I don't feel wise. I was thinking about this. I was walking up the street the other day and I was thinking, so like I'm 33 this year, and I was like, this is troubling me. In as much as when I was 18 or so, I thought by the time I was in my 30s, I would feel like I was in my 30s. I would feel of the mindset that was me, a fully grown adult and all ready for the world and all its evils and all its happiness.
Right.
And now I walk about and I'm like, I'm 33. I don't feel like I'm a 33-year-old. You know, like I don't feel like I am. I don't feel like I'm an adult.
Why not?
Because I've no real sort of concept of what being an adult is, out with anecdotal evidence that this is how an adult is and will be or behaves.
Right. I've got a question for you. Have you ever bled a radiator?
Aye, actually.
You're an adult. You're officially an adult. Have you ever?
That was an easy one. That was quite an easy test.
Have you ever opened up a bill and dealt with it straight away?
Straight away, you got me on that wee caveat, because there's been
within half an hour is allowed, or
when
an
the
hour.
anger subsided or
Right, yeah, like an hour. I'll give you an hour.
nah.
You throw in a pile and
A
deal
day,
with it
get
last
a day,
minute,
aye,
don't you?
aye.
Oh, a day. Well, okay.
Well, no,
So
like it
you're
depends on the
borderline
severity. You know, like it depends who's asking. So like if it's important, say it was like the housing, like we're gonna evict you if you don't
Yeah.
pay the right, I'll get onto that
Yeah, but that's like most people.
in about a month.
In about a month.
When it becomes a
Right.
red.
Yeah.
Um,
But you bled already, or so you're up there.
aye, but that's just like, I think that's just because I've been in a long term relationship. I think you do things like that to show your manhood.
Yeah.
Like, don't get us wrong, I was on the YouTube like that.
Yeah.
How to bleed a radiator.
Yeah.
I've only done it once my whole life.
Right.
I've done other things like that.
Yeah.
Like I can fix a boiler.
Can you?
Aye, kinda. Aye, I can.
That's pretty impressive. I can fiddle with it.
Aye,
and break
fiddle
it.
with it. Aye,
No, I can do the whole letting the gas out and getting that
the wee pressure thing.
gauge thing, the pressure. I can
Check
do all
us
that.
too.
Okay. We're adults, man.
Aye.
We're adults, bro.
I know half a trade.
Now we're boiler experts. Hey, any of you guys need that little pressure gauge changed? Bring us up.
Your water no pumping fast enough.
And I'll do it for free just to feel like a man.
And
I tell you
and
one
you
thing.
are.
I tell you one thing. see when you're in a relationship and your partner says, right, we need to get a man in. Oh, mate. No, you're like, I'm like, no, I'm a man. I can fucking do this. And then cut to me being like, alright, I can't do this. I have to wait until she's gone to work or out.
I'm going to tell you.
I have to phone a man.
I'll tell you a really emasculating moment.
Okay, go.
With me and my ex, it was the only time I think I thought, I've really fucking... So here, this is just a fucked up cut.
Aye.
So if it's something happened there, doesn't matter, I'll get on with it.
Right, your story.
We will. It was a painful one. Even think it there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
The trauma.
That was actually
pass
trauma.
Through your face.
Aye.
Yeah.
That's rare for me because I thrive in trauma. So it was when she was carrying.
Right.
So expecting.
Yeah.
And because we were doing the house up, because I was doing the house up, and so we're having to move into the living room for a few months and back in, while that room's getting done and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's probably my fault.
This is for the baby.
For the baby, for comfort.
Yeah.
And for decoration.
Yeah.
And of course, it really does get to me this one because it was like, this was me, So
you are an adult. You fucking decorate a whole room. Yeah. Maybe it isn't just about bleeding radiators.
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly? Right, okay.
No for a choice.
Yeah,
More because I needed to.
Right, okay. Right, sorry for interrupting.
That's alright. So I says to her, I'm going to move the bed into the living room so that we can start working on the bedroom tomorrow.
Okay.
The royal we again. And she was like, nah, just leave it tonight and stay tomorrow. I'm watching something and I don't know, I had my tail up and I was like, no, doing it now, gonna just take be a 5-minute job, just gonna carry she's like, just the mattress. I was like, no, the bed, the whole bed, comfort for you, comfort, the lot. So mattress, through any bother on it, easy ozy, got to take the bed through and then realise that the bed's no fucking gone through the door, right? It's quite an awkward wee hallway, it's quite small and that. So the bed frame's like halfway through the door, like 1/4 into the living room, right? So it's like really, and it's kind of stuck now, it won't go back or forward now. I'm sweating like, fuck, right? She's standing looking at me like, shaking her head like that. And I'm like, she's like, just leave it. And I'm like, I can't leave it. Like, it was that thing. Like, I'm not leaving this.
Yeah.
I've started, so I'm fucking finished.
Yeah.
My manhood will not allow me.
Yeah.
And I eventually, after about 3/4 of an hour, no problem, gave up.
Fuck.
And I think I wanted to cry. I was like, that disturbed. And she had watched like my manhood failing, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, just like finally got it back into the room. But I didn't realise how stupid. I needed an Allen key. You can't just pull the bed frame out the door. You need to undo it, take it bit by bit.
Disassemble it, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, you just wanted to.
And I'm mad.
You just wanted to do it quick, maybe.
I wanted to show off of it.
Right, you could get a whole bed frame through a fucking tiny door.
And I was, to be honest, I was soaking with sweat. I was pure trembling and all that. Like I was exhausted.
And for the listeners, Danny does not go to a gym, so this is a big endeavour.
Masturbation's about as much exercise as I get, and that's not saying much. So, that was very emasculating. I ended up just putting the mattress in the living room, and I was like, that was good. And I just knew that she'd lost about 10 minimum % respect for me that night. Minimum.
Right.
I just knew it.
Right.
I lost respect for me. I was like, why did you even...
Yeah.
Just took them out. Like, what were you trying to prove?
I know.
It's like, oh, my guy.
Yeah.
Boiler's broke. I'm like, ain't bother.
Yeah, is that boiler? You deliberately break the boiler the next day just to like.
Something's up with that pressure in it.
You notice it's freezing. She's like, no, really.
Oh,
you sure? Because I could fucking fix that.
Toolbox it in it.
Yeah.
She's like, why you got your tools on? You're like, what? Huh? Try the water. No. Aye, so I don't know, does that count as showing that you're an adult?
You tried.
That didn't count. I mean, I
Nah,
don't
it
mean
didn't
that. I was thinking of the bleeding radiators and the fixing the boilers and
Doing up rooms.
doing up
Decorating
rooms.
rooms, that's pretty big.
I think
That's about it.
kids do that.
Most people don't feel like adults, though. Like, even if you speak to like somebody in their 50s, like, I still don't feel like an adult. Like, my
Do
uncle
you?
says that. He's like 65.
Aye, true. Do you?
I do to a certain degree. It probably only happened in my mid-30s, like 33, 34. Kind of more responsibilities at work.
Oof.
And then just like having to do
Responsibilities.
certain things in the house with like flatmates who weren't going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Aye.
paying
Well, what's that
bills
say
and-
about them? Because they were adults,
Aye,
right?
but I was probably older than them as well, like, so I'm not going to judge.
You're not living
Even though
with
even though I
toddlers, are
did.
you?
Well,
Flat sharing with toddlers.
25-year-olds,
25.
23-year-olds sometimes.
I was bleeding radiators at 18.
Ha!
True.
Yeah.
True.
Come and see the Wonder Kid bleeding radiators. Never
The
before
one-
you seen a child doing it. Fucking 18-year-old Danny.
Oh, do you know
He's
what?
not a child.
18. What about that? I know, but for me, 18 was a pure nothing bugger a year. Like, I think you grew up most of your life looking forward to being 18, right?
Yeah.
You with me on that? Like, it was a milestone.
It's a milestone. I don't think I look forward to it. I knew that it would come. There would be more pressures. You got to start thinking about moving out if you haven't already.
Oh, I had.
You got to start. Yeah, you had. Okay,
Aye,
so that's
aye.
interesting.
But it's weird. I moved out without moving it.
Aye.
My family all left me.
Yeah.
They moved away.
Yeah.
And I was going, well, the hell they went.
They knew you weren't gonna move.
Aye,
out.
they knew I couldn't. Just
You can just keep this
unbleed
flat,
the
Danny. You just keep it. It's okay.
Aye, you can stay here.
Nice be
We're going to go
different.
as far away as possible. We'll send you like notes occasionally. But aye, so I moved out without moving it. They
Yeah.
moved it.
Right.
But
Well,
I didn't.
okay, 18. So 18 was nothing for you.
It was a disappointment, as in for what it's cracked up to
You
be.
didn't have a good 18th birthday, no?
I don't even remember it. That's
Oh,
how
That's sad.
much I know. But I generally don't celebrate birthdays. I don't tend to.
Fair. Even at that age, miserable cunt.
16th.
Yeah, did something then, huh?
Yep, I had my first fun time. well,
First fun time.
what I don't know what I can.
Okay. Right, okay. You don't want it. Right, okay. Too
Wasn't
much fun.
sex,
Okay.
but it was a form of
Oh, interesting.
what was it? Jeremy Kyle used to call it sexual contact.
Sexual contact.
Aye. On his lie detector thing.
Right, okay.
Have you had sex with blah blah? No. Have you had sexual contact with blah blah? Aye. It's a wide array
Right,
of
yeah.
two possibilities.
Yeah.
I think aye too.
Well, yeah, 18th was alright for me, but I suppose it's growing up time as well. But then you're not. You can't.
You 20 years away now.
Developmentally, I don't think I was even close to being 18. I think I was. But apparently, here's an interesting fact. Since we're full of facts normally.
Aye.
The male brain, I don't know about the female brain, but the male brain is not mature until 25.
I think you've told me on this.
And then I think there's something to do with, and it's not fully mature till it's 30. So,
Wow.
I'm 38 years old. I feel like all that developmental stuff, I've reached my peak. It's all downhill from now. I feel slower, I feel dumber, and it's just
You disappointed?
shite.
What did you
Yeah.
expect though? Like what you thought you would.
No, I didn't expect that. I just, I feel like I'm in constant denial, but at the same time, I've got a constant doomsday clock of my birth year in my head. So like anytime when I was 37, every like week at least once, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm 37.
Wow.
Shit. I got to get a move on if I want to get stuff done. And now I'm 38, it's like, oh fuck.
But that's a good sign.
And then I'm also doing this anticipatory thing where I go, so when I was 37, I remember this vividly, right? I went out for my birthday because I was like, I'm so depressed, I need to go out for this. And that was really nice, saw a few mates, just nice. You might have been there, can't remember. Anyway, that night, I remember going, right, I've turned 37 now, right? I've adjusted to that. Now get ready to be 38. And that's what I thought. About 2 in the morning when I got home, I was like, right, that's me, I'm 37. Now fucking prepare for 38, mate. And I've been preparing for 38 for the whole year, and it was still shite turning 38, mate. I still needed the fucking...
Who would have think your preparations were going to dampen the blow?
The blow, yes, I thought it was. I thought I'd get used to it, but I'm not. It's like the reality is, you know, because in your head you're all, I'm not ready yet, though. There's a little part going, you're going to be 38 soon. You got to think about that. And then another part's going, yeah, but you're not yet. It's okay. See, don't worry, you're not yet.
You're alright in your own head, I feel. Well, you're not. But,
no, I'm not.
I'm not until... So when we went...
You're a young gun, you're 32. That's
I'm a young gun
here.
Old you.
Everybody's relative.
Young, me. When I go out now in the town, I see it, and I see younger people looking at me with a kind of disgust.
Nah, that's just because you looked rough and unkempt.
No, just in a general
You look about
sense.
26.
I do have apparently a baby look.
You look about 26, mate. I don't know how you do it.
No,
all that vaping, all that vape smoke.
Vape's dead good for you.
Vape's dead good for you.
Aye,
that's our message to the young team.
It's like collagen right back in your skin.
Yeah.
Don't go to Turkey. Don't get your fucking teeth and all that. Just vape like fuck.
Vape like fuck.
Abuse your body. Eat junk foods. You'll be fine. I know what's going on. You eat healthy. I don't. You look 50. I look 19.
Thanks.
No, I don't know, man. No, I've noticed it I've just noticed it of late that I'm no a young man anymore. Like I know on the scale of life, I'm a young man.
Yeah.
Assuming that you'll make it 80 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is quite an assumption, you know, like.
Especially you.
Especially me, right? Like, come on. And with that, I know in the grand scheme of an old man's life, I'm a young man, but as a 32, 33 year old, I don't feel it. I can see it. I see young people and I'm like, I remember being them looking at me and kind of thinking, there's an older cunt. And now I'm that older cunt looking at them thinking, cheeky wee bastards. Like the resentment things began. It's like, and I thought I was way above it. I thought, I'll be so cool with young, you know. And then I see them and I'm like, you young, healthy, attractive wee fuckers.
I know.
Holding hands and going your drinking weekends and no responsibilities and
Well, I'll tell you.
Becoming an old fuck.
I'm not proud of this, right? But this is my threshold, right, for becoming an old fuck. I live with students above me, and they're really fucking noisy a lot of weekends, right?
Do you go up sometimes?
No, I don't go up. I just get the broom.
In?
I literally get my broom. I'm smashing it.
Yeah, officially.
But like the reasoning is, right? They're literally jumping up and down, screaming and shouting.
You became that guy.
I became that guy. It's not my hobby, right? I don't do it every weekend, right?
And you underwear.
I don't enjoy doing it. I don't want to do it. It's absolutely necessity. Well, yeah, you get some satisfaction. I'll say that, right?
And
but I'll tell you, right, listen. If you heard the elephants that are up there,
the body.
The 8 stone teenagers that are up there, I don't know how the fuck they make the amount of noise they make, but anyway, like, fuck me, right? I'm like that. Yeah, I gotta get the broom out. That's the only way. Because they don't... No, shut up, right? They don't realise, right? They don't realise.
There's a madman downstairs.
There's a madman downstairs who will fucking beat their... The thing is, they're probably above someone who doesn't, like, move about that much, doesn't scream, doesn't jump up and down and scream and have really loud music. So they don't realise that I'm leaving it...
down and scream?
That's what they do. And they don't realise they've all lived in fucking houses because they're all probably from, like, you know, posh parts of England where it's all fucking houses, daddy's fucking house. So they've never lived in a flat before.
Right.
And I'm showing them, I can fucking hear you bang, bang, banging. This is me bang, bang, banging. I've got this is the communication level
Does it
I'm
work,
on.
though?
It's like monkey style communication, but does it work? Does it fuck? But am I gonna go and knock on their door like an old man? No,
Like
I'm
a
gonna.
civilised man.
What
if you went knocking on the door?
Alright, I was gonna go up once, right? It was funny because I was like, I'm gonna fucking say something, right? Because they woke me up at 4 in the morning screaming.
I've had to go to neighbours.
Have you?
Aye.
Oh, wait, let me tell a
they're
story
pensioners
because
and
I'll
all.
forget to.
They're pensioners as well.
You've got pensioners.
I've had to banged into pensioners, so.
What are you giving me shit for? You could give somebody a heart attack.
No, they're wild. So anyway, you went to their door.
Right, I was gonna go to their door, right? Because they woke me up at 4 in the morning screaming. Me and Eddie thought somebody was getting raped. We were like, should we phone the police? And then they ended up hearing them laughing about 10 minutes later. Oh, thank God for that. I waited 10 minutes. Bad, innit?
Yeah, no.
I was on the verge of phoning.
Should we wait till he finishes first and then we'll phone?
Yeah, I know. It was a big scream. We didn't know what it was. I was tired. I kept on listening. I was like, should I phone the police? And then he started laughing about 5 minutes later, right? Anyway.
The rapist.
So I was like, ah, fuck's sake, right? And then, no, it was the girls who were laughing, right? And then, so I was like, ah, right. I was going to go up the next day. And then he came down the stairs. And I opened the door. And I was like, I'll say something because I come down the stairs. This is my opportunity. And they're like, hiya! And like, really nice. And then that just diffused me. And then I had to pretend that I was like, you know, just like doing stuff at my door.
The door.
Yeah, just
a door lock.
fucking fixing this door lock. And I just sheepishly closed the fucking door.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that was that. Nah.
No.
But they were nice, so I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
just leave it. I'll just keep on brooming them, you know what I mean? And the fucking,
I'll see you tonight. You'll hear me.
I'll hear you now, yeah. Fuck.
Maybe
The thing is, they're so loud, they don't hear me knocking on the door.
So
and
why-
screaming
right,
at them.
So
Fucking shut! Shut!
So there's
Fuck up now!
futility in what you're doing and all. Didn't even
Absolute
work.
futility.
So you're into it then? You must
Yeah,
be.
I'm in it, yeah.
You've
Impotence of
embraced
being
your
an old man.
angry old man.
Yeah.
But your house is Finn Wad.
Yeah.
It is a quiet sort
Yeah.
of setup.
Yeah, I'm really...
You're cautious not to disturb your neighbours.
Yeah, I'm pretty cautious.
Overly cautious, I think.
Jenk.
Aye.
You see
You're
me with those
fucking-
big slippers on, those massive
Aye.
clown slippers.
Aye.
Yeah.
And the padding, the whole house, I thought was a bit
Yeah.
over the top.
Bit over the top.
Aye. Because the way I feel about it, in all seriousness, is that you've paid a lot of money, pay a lot of money to live
Rent
in the
wise.
West End.
Rent-wise.
To rent in the West End's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you should be able to fucking play a drum kit in your house if you want.
Funnily enough, that's what the guy did before I got the house, the flat. And the neighbours told me that. They were like, oh, you're fine. I was like, I'm sorry if I made some noise yesterday. Like, you're fine. The other guy used to play drums at 2 in the morning.
Well, see,
Alright, I'm fucking... That's his way.
You're a good cunt.
I'm a good cunt. Everyone's
I mean,
relative.
When I was saying about playing drums, you don't need to break decorum, you know, like, it doesn't have to be 2 in the morning, that was a bit
I know.
much for that guy.
Well, we got a wee
Like
piano.
midday playing,
Yeah. Yeah.
that weird drum kit.
I was piano.
The international
Future piano.
sound.
Yeah. Future piano.
Why do you have a piano? Because you don't play it?
Eddie plays it.
Oh, does he?
Aye.
Right.
It's quite good.
Is he, aye? I can imagine so.
That was Eddie's way of talking when he was really young. We used to think he was like autistic.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
You're
he got,
for real?
He got diagnosed with autism.
And he would speak?
I hope Eddie's not going to listen to this, so I don't give a fuck.
Aye.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Eddie.
But
For no listening.
but now he doesn't have autism. He says he beat it.
So he would play,
He wouldn't talk very much as
So
a
instead-
child. He doesn't
so-
talk now much either. But
Nah, he's quite a quiet guy. That's quite
but
interesting.
my brother made a joke about how like that was his way of talking through the piano.
Right?
So like if there was a fire, you just start playing like I don't know, Rachmaninoff's fucking or whatever Beethoven's like. You know that one that's like da 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 da. You know,
Aye, the
no,
fifth.
whatever. Yeah, the fifth. Yeah,
Da, 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 da.
yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Aye, that's wild.
yeah.
That's true. Aye, Eddie would. I know
I'm
you're
exaggerating.
but
Yeah,
he
he got
kinda
diagnosed with it. He
spoke
got
for-
diagnosed with it. Aye.
well, yeah, I think I could kind of tell.
He just had a bit of a speech impediment as well, so that didn't help things. Doesn't anymore, obviously. But.
No, I think I can kind of tell with people that they've got a wee bit of the autism.
He might have a wee bit, eh?
I think
He says he beat it. He says he beat it out of him.
with a
Somehow.
stick.
With a stick, yeah.
Just went, and it fell in the flare and scampered away.
Yeah.
Fucking autism. It's a strange thing. It seems to be more prevalent now than ever.
Yeah.
Like growing up.
People you wouldn't think have it say they've got it.
Aye.
No, I'm sceptical. I'm just
Liars.
surprising. Just surprising sometimes.
I think a lot of people like.
And a lot of people think I'm autistic. I'm like, I'm not fucking autistic, mate. You need to meet some actual ASD people before you start brandishing diagnoses around.
I know quite. I made a documentary about autism and everything, so I know a lot about it.
Do you think I am?
No.
Yeah.
We'll be on the spectrum, but so is everybody. I think everybody's on it a wee bit, but
you know, there's an interesting theory.
Severe.
Yeah. You know, there's a theory, right? This isn't mine. It's autism expert of some kind. But anyway, he was saying that like it's a evolutionary thing because when we're growing up in tribes or any relations where you kind of had to protect yourself from being too empathetic. So, say you have to, I don't know, you have to go and fucking fight someday, or you have to go, or somebody's like taking advantage of you and they're trying to manipulate you, then you can kind of shut off your empathy. Right. And it's like a safety mechanism in your head. And although, see, now I'm like, now I know that empathy is only one part of the autism thing. I shouldn't have went down this route. No. I'm gonna get cancelled now for this shit.
Well, no, it's interesting.
But that was when they thought autism was in relation to like lack of empathy and lack of social connection. Apparently it's only one form of empathy that they're deficit. Please comment on this if I'm wrong.
Well, no,
I know there's two different types of empathy, and I think people who are on the ASD spectrum have a harder time with feeling other people's feelings.
Aye,
is that right?
They definitely do, aye.
But whereas they can imagine what it's like, they can do that really well sometimes, better than normal people, atypical people. So, better than typical people, sorry. But yeah, so there might be the theory is there might be an evolutionary reason for this, and that some people just have that switched on a bit too much.
Right.
You know, blah blah.
Well, interestingly, trying to dig out that a bit here, away from any.
Yeah.
Interestingly, my tutors, it was my film school documentary that I had to make, and I made it about a boy in my class with autism.
Right.
Autism and Lee, I called it, and his name was Lee, and my tutors, just before I started shooting, they went like that to me. It was quite a bizarre thing. Like one of them whispered in my ear, and they went, "We don't really believe that, like we think he sort of puts it on, so like challenge him in the interview, like see."
Oh, interesting.
And I didn't actually challenge him, but that wasn't my intent at all. So
yeah.
But they said to me, we
cheeky.
think it's selective, like
Whoa.
he puts it on, and he kind of did, like. So when we'd all be doing like writing scripts or synopsises or whatever treatments and things, right, you'd look around the class, everybody's typing away. Lee would be like that, typing on some game, like gaming away, like no giving a fuck about anything, gaming, but and really good at the computer stuff, just not interested. So it seems like with Lee anyway, who was definitely autistic. I mean, he would say the most filtered things, you know, just bizarre, and it did seem a bit selective, as in with a lot of folk I know with autism quite high on the spectrum, they can be real whiz kids, particularly for some reason computers, they've got a knack for computers and they get right into it, but everything else are just like, I don't give a fuck. And it's kind of how we all feel about things, but it's just, I think people go, I don't give a fuck, but I need to kid on and give a fuck, whereas autistic people are just like, I don't give a fuck, and I'm not even going to attempt to kid on.
Is it not about the narrowness of their interest? It's very focused.
Aye, if you believe that.
Yeah.
If you want to believe that. Is that not one
of the main symptoms?
Aye, but I think my tutors might have been onto something. I think they sensed that narrow band was movable, depending on with him.
Aye.
Aye, but I've experienced it with other people who I know with quite severe autism.
Interesting.
And it's just funny how it shifts.
Right.
For quite severe fucking, almost like I can't even, not even almost, as in we can't speak right now because you're so autistic. Like
Right.
you're just,
Yeah.
we're not in the same world now.
Yeah.
To like totally fine, singing songs, playing along, talking away, to after the charts, and it's always been in moments when they're on the back foot, where it comes out the most, which might
On the
just
back foot, Molly.
so just say it's like a social setting of some sorts, and they've been caught in a lie, or they're trying to defend a stance that doesn't work.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, autism comes out tenfold, which must be could be an actual like trigger, like a defence trigger, and then right, so they freak out. It's like freak out mode.
Yeah, interesting.
Aye, like it's strange. I've seen them explode like 0 to 100 within seconds.
Interesting.
And then Renee going that. So I'm talking about one person in particular when I'm speaking of this, and Renee going the trouble they caused, and then cry and say sorry, and you're like, right, okay. I mean, what can you do?
That's just one person.
Aye, it's building up now. No, there's been a few now. And it's,
Fuck.
Aye, but it seems to be
We're gonna get the ASDs afterwards.
Seeing I speak to like, I don't know, I hope just for a bit of controversy.
Yeah, come at us, guys.
I know. I'm fucking hate crime build nothing yet. Nothing.
Yeah, we're definitely not hitting that threshold.
No, long way to go.
Ignorance, prejudices.
Aye, so age and the like I was saying to you last time we were in the town, we should have a nightclub called the 30s Over Club.
That's such a good idea, man. Yeah.
The 30s Over and 45s Under Club.
Whoa, that's quite specific. Now you're being ageist in two ways, which is fine to be ageist to the young because they've got all the benefits. They can afford a few hits.
Is it a benefit being young anymore? Did we get the best of youth before?
I don't think it was us. I think the boomers got all the best youth. Cheap houses, fucking right. Anyway, we know all that.
No,
right?
they cunts aside. I know. I mean, but
I bring that up to my dad all the time.
And then
him will go and lend me a 20.
Yeah, well, do you know? Well, do you know they cunts are responsible as well? Well, kind of
partly for
this loneliness thing. Because in the 60s and 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, their time, the boomers' time, the culture changed for the sort of counterculture movement was happening and so on. People changed for going for sort of community based issues, dead interesting for a comedy show. This community based interest to international interests like the Vietnam War and things like that. So they moved away from each other. They moved away from communal sort of
became atomised and individualistic.
And the individual thing kicked it right off. And the whole it was a big deal to be an individual and to follow your dreams and
But is that not just the system trying to make us more atomised and detached from each other?
Probably. I think it's like an accidental mixture.
Adam Curtis, come on this fucking podcast. Explain yourself.
Adam Curtis would be the dream guest.
Yeah, but I think there's a few flaws with his whole thing. Like I like him, but I don't like the fact he thinks he's a god and he's like commenting over his own shit. Like this is what happened in the 60s. You're like, whoa. I know you're doing it, but like he's like even more of like he thinks he's like the main authority of like what happened throughout society in like various decades. You're like, chill out, mate. Like I get you got to come across as an authority figure if you're gonna make a documentary. No, I don't. But I think at the same time, it's like, going to leave some wiggle room, mate. I postulate or or like start citing people as well.
Is that no? It's
start making references. Like if it's a video essay, make a few references.
He does cite people.
Does he? Does he fuck?
Aye, he does.
I've never heard him cite anyone.
He does.
Does he? Maybe not enough though.
Well, he can't change your goalposts.
Yeah.
No, he does. I mean, like.
And then he makes some disparate. He does bring disparate things together, but sometimes it's a bit tenuous. It's a bit strange.
You think he's what? clutching at straws.
No, he's not clutching at straws. I think reality is just so fucking complicated. You can't synthesize it into it. Yeah, a tiny bit. I know it's hard. I know you're working in a medium that you're trying to communicate something, but at least acknowledge the fucking limitations of like, I've got to try and summarize what the whole, individualism and the movement in the 60s and how that's affected things now. I mean, that's a huge task. You should, that took decades. Like, how are you going to fucking reduce that to 4 hours of documentary footage?
Aye.
And commentary. So at least acknowledge that. Be humble. Aye, he does a good job, aye. I just think he's got that fucking God voice. Well, shut up, Adam. I'll decide, mate.
I seen him being interviewed on something. Who was it? It might have been, which is a weird thing to say, it might be...
But I'm a fan at the same time. That's not
Russell
funny,
Brand,
is it?
Right? I think Russell Brand
interviewed
him once.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Aye?
They're mates, yeah.
Right, and Russell Brand would kept sort of trying to get a bit jovial with him and things, and Adam Curtis was getting kind of annoyed that he wasn't getting his point.
Yeah,
he was like,
he's got all these points, yeah.
And it was getting a bit annoying. I was like, Adam, calm down a bit.
I know.
And that's the first...
He's a
I
bit
didn't know you
po-faced.
picked up on that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Right, aye. Fuck you, Adam Curtis.
Yeah, actually, mate.
Don't want anything to do with you. I still think the hyper-normalisation is the
good.
greatest documentary ever made.
Yeah, well, but I mean, look at our society now, like TikTok, all these social media things, it's all about, look at me, and I'm on it, I'm doing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope I'm not losing sight of the community around me and the people around me and my job.
I think we have.
I think we have.
It's a shame. I'm harping back to a time that never.
But it's like, that's
was.
the only way you can make it now as a creative person, is like, I've got to market myself, I've got to market my personality, I've got to market what I do, my skills, my experience.
Now,
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Can't give a fuck about Elvis's personality. You know what I mean? It was about Elvis.
It was about Elvis, yeah.
Because he was a mad fucking taking dirty dog.
But then, like, if there was a guy who was not as good looking, or better looking than Elvis, but was black in the 50s, and could sing just as well, if not better, he wouldn't have been given the same opportunities.
No, it'd be like, who's the who's he's sleeping with this week?
Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't even get to that stage.
Sonny Liston treatment.
Yeah, Sonny Liston treatment.
Again, I think we need to, like, reference points.
Oh, mate,
maybe about,
I know.
60, 70 years.
Let's go back to TikTok.
Jack Jones.
Jack Johnson, yeah, that's a good one. Some people know what we're talking.
TikTok, though.
TikTok, yeah.
There's so much narcissism now, but it's the... I think I would like to say it's limited to the West, but it's no.
Yeah.
It's spread.
It's spread now, isn't it?
It's far worse than COVID. Spread much quicker.
Well, that's our impression, because we are only getting it from the social media, so but it does seem like it's
everywhere,
bled into other nations.
And then, like, as you see a lot of people, it's quite funny though, when influencers, when they die, because they're like trying to get a selfie, seen these idiots yet? Like
Selfie with what?
So they'll climb up all sorts, anything you can imagine.
There should be a whole separate section in the Darwin Awards for these cunts.
I think there is.
Selfie seekers.
Aye. Often the ones I see is like, I don't know why, it's usually Asian dudes, like East Asians. No, East Asians. Middle Asia, I suppose. India and that. What part of Asia is that?
I don't know.
We're too daft, I don't know. That bit of Asia.
Right.
The bit with the Indians and the Pakistani people.
Right.
That part.
Okay.
And now they're like climbing on trains a lot. You know that?
That's a Carl Pilkington line if I've ever heard that. Yeah. Well, they don't like it. They got to, because they're all fucking full and they're overpopulated.
I like it. So
right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. That was funny.
They're fond of it.
Yeah, alright.
That's their hobby. Would you see it?
As soon as they see an overcrowded train, they're like, oh, fucking you, aren't they?
So often they film, like, you see a guy filming a selfie with a train coming behind him.
Oh, no.
He's like, oh, it's just going to miss me, and then it hits him. I see this every day now.
Ah!
See X, like you saw that I showed you a clip today. X is like, see I've embraced it now, I'm saying X, I don't even say the artist formerly known as Twitter. It's X now. Every day I get...
Why wouldn't they get out of the way? They've just misjudged it. Because they're looking at a fucking screen, they're trying to judge it from that. Exactly. They're trying to judge depth between the screen and the fucking... Oh, you dumb motherfucker. It happens a
lot.
Oh.
Of people, you know, going to the edge of a cliff for a selfie and then they fall and...
Imagine growing up, like, with, like, a dad who did that. You'd be utterly humiliated.
How did your dad die?
All the kids would be like, oh, here's a train. Here, are you gonna fall on your dad's Tarak steps? Or another joke, which is hard. Even shiter or better.
No, but you would.
You know what I mean?
Apart.
Just be ripped apart.
I don't know. Maybe because kids did have a wee bit. Don't that's a bit much.
That's a bit
until
much.
You get.
Until you fuck them off.
Until you hit secondary. Aye.
And they've got it in the back of their brain. You just need to fucking...
I'd be called like Danny's dad's deed train.
Aye.
You know, that'd be like my nickname for the whole school.
Yeah.
Or deed that train.
Yeah.
There's deed that train coming.
Danny train car.
Danny train car. Every time I walk by, just heat's down.
Yeah. Well, imagine that, man. How did your dad die?
Even worse, we've got the video.
I know.
Here's your dad dying.
Your dad died again? Have you seen your dad?
Look, his brains are in the sky. Like.
Fucking hell.
Great, Or you get a doing in school now. It's up in the old YouTubes.
Oh, mate. It's up.
Forever.
I've seen kids I work with and they'll show me videos of like, shit, it's out Paddy, mate. And I'm like, I know that young person.
Wow.
And they're like getting beaten up. I'm like, don't show me these things.
Jeez.
Yeah, I have to do it.
They're fucking vicious.
I know. Imagine filming that.
Huh?
You can't just beat them up. I mean, that beating up's fine. Just don't film it. That's too much.
To tell you what about age, don't you think you're lucky stars that we only in school in these days?
Yeah, maybe.
Could you imagine it, Paddy? Could you imagine it? Video evidence of your schooling days? What you looked like, your rejections, the people...
Yeah, but not everyone's getting filmed. Not everyone's... Do you think people are filming people like as they're getting chatted up? I doubt it. That'd be funny though.
I wouldn't be surprised. One of your mates.
And just like they make a compilation of like every time you've been beaten up, every time you've fallen over, every time you've been rejected by somebody, every time you fucking failed an exam, anytime you cried, even if you're on your own in a toilet, lock the door, some cunt fucking comes round, and instead of some guy being in the class like, oh, I've seen Paddy fucking crying in the toilet, man, and then you can be like, no, it wasn't, and people are like, they obviously disbelieve you, but at the same time you're like, well, it is this guy, he doesn't like him, so now they've got video evidence.
When I was just leaving school, I remember there was a girl the postal area. I didn't know her and she wasn't at our school, but it was just as videos close to me, camera phones and shit, but starting to be a playable thing on your phone.
Right.
So I was just leaving school at this point, and some lassie had done like a striptease video and obviously sent it to her like needy boyfriend.
Fuck.
And everybody had it on their phones. And
see, that'd be standard now. That would just be lost in the fucking, what's the word, the glut of amount of media and content that's spinning about. That would be a day's worth of ridicule.
Hanging the cult.
Back then it would be fucking...
Apparently the cult system is rife with... it's mainly online crime.
Oh man.
Mainly online crime. I mean, there must be so much. And then just everything caught on video, every doing... because they would.
And then if you post something silly and people think it's not funny or doesn't land right, oh god.
And it'll get held against you forever.
I mean...
Some people kill themselves, you know, like the meme people when we were probably 20s, right? So when memes were becoming a thing, early memes, I'm trying to think of an example or something. Like the Star Wars boy, remember the fat boy with the sticks?
Oh, him?
Aye.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Did he kill himself?
No, he didn't kill himself, but he didn't have a good a good life after that.
Uh-huh.
Because he
Yeah.
became known. He wasn't trying to make a joke. He was genuinely just having fun trying to make his wee Star Wars
I
video.
know. Like me with punching the Tesco bag.
Aye. And
Just-
you know what, I'm glad you said that. 'Cause we can clip
You want
that
to bring
in.
that in?
Aye, I was thinking
Aye.
about that.
I was in the back just trying to get some reps in with my Tesco bag, and these wee bams fucking filmed me.
Mm-hmm. You weren't
I'm-
pleased, were you?
Nah.
Why
I wasn't
not?
pleased.
Aye, well, even
I'm,
worse
I'm
than that.
getting 100, all these people I've never seen in like 10 years. Some of them are fucking New Zealand. Oh, Paddy. Mate, just seen you hitting that Tesco bag.
I was getting phoned by relatives.
Tesco
and they
fucking
were saying,
fury.
I just seen Paddy on a video and I was like, nah, you wouldn't have. And they're like, no, it was some guy's punching a I was like, aye, it's Paddy. My mum was like, I'll send you it. I said, you don't need it. I said, it'll be him. And as soon as she seen it, as soon as I seen it, I was like, no, it's definitely him. But you felt aggrieved.
I felt aggrieved.
I think you
Yeah.
had a bit of right.
Yeah.
Because, what were they called?
They profited off it. They
Glasgow
got 250 quid. Glasgow Live posted it.
Did they get 250
They
quid?
got 250. So I phoned up and I was like, I want some of that money because that's me in the video. And they were like, we can't do that. I was like, why not? I'm the star of this
I didn't know
show.
you phoned up.
I'm the fucking star. Give me some money. And then I sent out a photo. I was like, I'll prove it's me. I sent out a photo with my face, same jacket, and the Tesco
That's
bag. It's a
actually-
funny.
That's worse. Like, it's worse that you're desperate to say.
I know. Well, you know, give us some fucking money. It was desperate
Much
times,
bigger.
COVID times. Wasn't getting as many
How much would
hours.
you have got, like 20 quid?
20 quid or something. It's a principle, Danny.
And-
No, give me 125. Give me
an
fucking
appearance-
half.
Not just an appearance fee.
I mean, I was trying to exploit it for, you know, get some fame.
I don't think they should be allowed to run that without the permission of the
Of
person.
the
innit?
person getting ridiculed.
In fact, I'm pretty sure.
Also, all the boxers loved it. They were like, there was about, it's because I read every comment 3 times.
I bet.
And like, a lot of the boxers were
Reporting
like,
them.
this is awesome, mate. Keep at it, fucking, this is like hilarious, but keep at it, mate. Good job, blah blah. A few people were like, oh, his footwork's a bit shite. I was like, what? And I think there was a point where I switched to footwork. Anyway, blah blah.
Well,
I was like, I was starting getting really pissed off. I
My
was like,
granddad was getting pissed
I
off
was
in
like-
the defence.
I was like, I'm hitting a fucking Tesco bag. I'm not like doing, you know what I mean? I'm not like in a fucking ring.
Well, I didn't get.
I can like.
No, but I'll tell you what I think your downfall was why you didn't. Why it was in a bag. See, if it wasn't in a bag, the video wouldn't have been a big deal.
I know, but how else am I supposed to hit something? What, I've got football in the bag. What? I can't just string a football up. That's even gonna be stupid.
I thought it was a boxing ball.
Boxing ball.
Like
No,
some
man.
sort of.
No, I don't even
No.
have one of them. I
Right.
didn't improvise, mate.
Oh, well, that's. So, like, my granddad,
And I'm scared. What am I gonna use? Buy a fucking heavy bag and lug it out in the rain? Take it in? No. I use my Tesco. You know what? I'm proud of what I done. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, I'm telling you, my granddad's had your back.
Ah, did he?
All the time.
Nice.
He's like, I don't go, what's the big fucking deal? She's like, he's just exercising at the back.
Nice, thank
Just-
you.
He's boxing, so
I
what?
know, thank you.
I was like, I know. And I was like, she's neighbours that fucking.
I know, but I fucking see if you
And
see if
even
you do
worse-
anything weird in Scotland.
Yeah.
This is the problem with Scotland, right? You do anything.
This is the problem with Scotland.
No, I'm serious, right? If you want to come at me
Yes,
on this, fine, right? Because
It's on
we
one.
stifle everyone's creativity, everyone's uniqueness. Or, you know, alright, I'm not saying that, like, alright, I wasn't doing the most creative or unique thing by hitting a Tesco bag, right? But this is the illustration, right? Well, a little bit of innovation, you know.
Well,
Anyway, right? Motherfuckers will laugh at that. They'll laugh at you doing anything. I remember high school. That mentality is still happening. It's all tribal. It's all stick within the fucking confines of what's normal and what is normal
what we
in
define
Scotland.
as normal and all.
We hate each other, right? Sectarianism's right. We hate the English. Now we got a fucking hate crime. We can't even hate anyone anymore. So what the fuck we got?
I know.
Right, but that's another rant. But anyway, my main point, because I got so many points, I need to stay on the fucking right. So keep me right down. My main point is they're stifling the creativity in the young people and children and myself
by
mocking.
Any,
Just snidey
anything
fucking
that
out of the fucking.
no, it angered me about it a lot.
Yeah.
How ignorant Glasgow Live are.
Yeah.
It's not make no bode well for future if I ever need them on side.
Yeah.
But you know, grow up, get it. The article comes up. Glasgow man seen punching bag out his back.
Mm.
I'm like, Glasgow man, aye.
Aye.
Aye, Paddy.
Do
Paddy,
your
Paddy,
I know. Do your
Edinburgh.
research, mate.
Cunt. Glasgow man. Why are you saying
Well,
that?
I live in Glasgow.
Why you say that? Like just.
They're using
lazy,
that stereotype, innit?
Lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but.
Yeah.
And that is because see the Edinburgh man when they have the same when they
Yeah, they'd be
pack
like,
the same
oh,
punch.
yeah.
Yeah, they'd probably
It's
be
like,
like,
oh, typical Glasgow.
aye,
They got punch
aye,
stuff all the time.
idiots, what they're like,
Yeah.
fucking nutters.
I seen a guy defending somebody because somebody was getting ridiculed for shadowboxing on a bus near a bus stop, and he was getting ridiculed for it. And this guy came. The video was like the first 20 seconds with them just ridiculing this guy, like filming him ridicule, similar to my video, and then it harsh cuts to this. Harsh cuts to this American guy who starts defending this guy. He's like, by the way, this guy, he's in a sweatsuit. He's obviously training for a fight. How dare you ridicule him? Shame on you. And he name checks the person who fucking put the original video up.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was like, where were you, motherfucker? 2 years
side,
ago,
aye.
when I was fucking hitting Tesco
It was
bags,
it was a combination of everything. Like
It was funny because it was only 2 days in, and I was obviously going stir crazy.
Aye.
And you go there.
He was banging the COVID. Like everybody's looking at the windows.
Yeah, everyone's looking at
You
it, bored.
Aye.
Yeah.
It was like the worst time.
Yeah, it
That's
was
wild.
hilarious.
How did you find out about it?
About 19 people fucking sending me messages about it.
Jesus Christ!
I think you were the first, actually.
I was the first.
I laughed you off, man. You were like, "Oh, you're going viral, by the way." I was like,
Oh.
"What?" I was like, "Shut up." And then I was like, I didn't want to believe it. I was like, "You were in the bag,
I
punch
know
out
you
Tesco
did.
bag, weren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Shut up." How did you know about it?
And
I was like,
that was by a man.
Because you're pretty good at like just being aware of just what's going on. I just thought one of his mates has fucking filmed me. And he knows it, and like he's just lying. He's just making this.
I'm plugged into the ether.
And it's fucking at 1.7 million views.
I thought poor Paddy, all his life he's desperate to get viral and
I know,
for a piece
desperate
of
if he's
luck,
famous.
for something you've done, something you've achieved, you become viral for punching a Tesco.
That's
bag.
what my dad said as well. He said, "You've been making stuff. You've been writing." Doing courses, spending money on courses, and like putting. I was obsessed with being a writer, obsessed with being stand-up comedian for years. Put all the work in. Oh, I say work. I mean, still work, man. You try and fucking hard. Fucking getting punchlines, all fucking punchlines for sketches, punchlines for stand-up. Fucking hard work.
Mhm.
None of that goes to the million mark. We got close.
We're over 1 million actually.
Oh, we got over 1 million. But I'm not famous for that. I'm famous for fucking hitting a fucking Tesco bag.
Well,
that's all I had to do,
just
Danny.
keep doing that.
Just keep doing. I know. I was gonna. I'll start testing other bags. Morrison, Asda.
See what one gets.
See what one gets.
Analytics.
What's really a bag for life, baby?
Aye, exactly. Do you still have that bag?
That'd be hilarious, isn't it? I could sell it.
Aye, after you die, go in the Kondraki Museum, the famous Tesco bag.
I think I'm done.
Done. You exhausted your anger.
That's it. That's all I've got to say on it.
Pushing 40. Just get a Tesco
Still
bag.
pushing. I was 35 when that was.
That's right, shit. Not done anything since.
Nah, not done it since.
You're still working on it.
See, now I can't do anything. Now I literally can't do anything without being like, who the fuck is filming me doing this? I have to check windows and shit. Just normal shadowboxing in a park now. I'm checking windows, I'm fucking watching.
Well,
yeah.
When you first moved here,
yeah,
it was like your first night in here.
Yeah.
You remember this story?
Yeah, I went out back and shadowboxed at 9 o'clock at night.
Aye.
It's mental.
I thought.
I
actually thought. Genuinely, I was worried about Paddy. I thought I'd just introduced him to the flat. I think I'd left to the shop or something. Came back and he was gone. So I thought he was joking. Now I'm walking about the house going, Paddy! Like as if he would even do that. It was so weird if he'd done that the first night. Yeah. You're like, I'm going, Paddy! Nothing. I'm like, alright. And then it starts getting seated. I'm like, Paddy, this isn't funny anymore now. Like, the tone's changing now. It's not funny now, right? Come on, just come out. Wherever you are, come out. And I'm like, where the And then I was like, I checked everywhere. I'm like, yeah, right, he's not in the house. I'm like, wait a minute. It's his first night in Springburn. He was just here. No
He's
here.
probably been in your dad.
I looked at he's still in the bin.
Yeah.
Getting him
Try to get a
and I was like,
dad
where the fuck is he? And I noticed that the closed door was open. And I'm like, whoa. he's away. It was later than 9.
I've seen the state of your house. I was like, fuck this, I'm running. I'm just running somewhere, anywhere.
Somehow,
Yeah.
and I don't know, some god pointed me in your direction.
No way.
Aye, something says he's round at that
That's
church.
mad.
Weird,
See,
innit?
you're connected to the universe somehow.
Somehow. But for a good half hour I was like, and I mean this.
Well, yeah, for the other
I was
half
like,
hour, you were thinking I was under a bed.
I
trying
was
to
like,
fucking
how am
band
I
me up.
going to... This is it. I was like, how am I going to tell his ma that he's dead on his first night? Like, I was really, like, I thought, how
You thought Springburn was that
Mm-hmm.
that dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Because, like, you were new here, and
Aye.
you just disappeared. Like, without, I'll be back in 10 minutes, Danny, or I've just popped out.
Yeah.
Like, you were just gone.
Yeah.
So, I
Quite
walked
did
out,
think of it, yeah.
and I was like, and I really was thinking, how can I tell anybody that, aye, right, as soon as he got here, he just disappeared and he's gone and that's it. I thought his man on that to be like, what did you do to your boy? And
Ah.
I was really worried about that.
Yeah.
So I went out in a panic, and I went round to the church, and sure as fuck Paddy was standing there, shadow boxing, in the dark, and I thought, what are you doing? I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is not a good place to be doing that. And Paddy says to me, well, actually there had been a gang of wee guys here just 10 minutes ago watching, standing round me, like, critiquing.
Ah.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Apparently they were just like having a wee giggle at you and that, and
Yeah.
you stood there like a madman. Then in reflection I'm thinking, see any cunt spotting somebody like you, it would give you the fear.
Yeah.
Like, I would walk away
It's like
from
a
you.
spider. Like,
Aye,
yeah.
I'd walk away from the
yeah.
guy that's shadow boxing by
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, you wouldn't. Why would you pick a fight with a guy? Unless you were really confident. Unless you were like looking at me going like, actually his technique's shite.
Oh,
I'm gonna take him on.
what about this though? Have you
Yeah.
ever had this? It's a dark thing to say, I suppose, but true. Sometimes when I've had a really bad day,
Yeah.
a really bad week, and only fleeting, never done it, never acted on it. But I've walked out the house just one of the days, and I've went, oh, I fucking love somebody today to have a go at me. I love
Yeah,
it.
of course, man.
Like, please, I dare
Yeah,
yous. Just
yeah.
today, come on, one cunt, just dare ye. Just give me an excuse to go off on you. I'm
Some
desperate
people
for
live
it.
their lives like that.
No, I know.
Innit?
So imagine that fella is walking by and he sees you.
I know, it's a gamble.
Aye.
It's a
then
gamble,
he's
mate.
like, you're dancer.
Yeah.
He's actually practicing for a fight. Hello, fight me.
That's
But
alright, I'll
then,
fight him.
do you remember what you told me, and it settled me forever with you? I thought, oh, he knows what he's doing.
What-
So I says to you, look man, I don't know, I'm really concerned. I don't think you should be, it can get rough here at times and all that crap. And you says, look Danny, I know what I'm doing. If I don't think I can battle the guy, I know I can outrun him.
Yeah,
And
of
I
course.
thought, do you know what, he's got it down pat, so that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
aye, well, okay, fair play. You
And
know
I'm
what you're
warmed up. He ain't fucking warmed up.
doing. You know what I'm
Unless
doing.
he can sprint very
Aye,
fucking
unless you
fast,
really
but
got the
then,
right
you
guy.
know what I mean?
Aye.
He's not going to catch me, so yeah,
No.
man. Yeah.
So I had like a whole gap last week there. I was wondering what happened, what went wrong in the scheduling.
My birthday and minor depression. Why would you bring that up?
Because I wanted
I
to
love how
join.
you just air our dirty laundry out.
Fucking right. I've been waiting all week to do it.
Oh my god.
I was going to type out.
You
the
know how
first
long
bit
I've been
in the
waiting
morning.
for you to do something like this?
Oh, here we go.
7 fucking years, mate.
7 years. Wait, 7 years. Well, I go there.
So, you know,
Hmm.
I made you wait a little bit.
Hmm.
A week.
Aye.
A week of
I
7
know,
years.
but
A week of
it's
7
adding
years.
up now. It's like, aye, okay.
Aye,
You're kind of pushing it a wee bit.
Yeah,
now.
no, I don't
Oh,
think so.
Danny used to be like
I'll
this.
be bringing that up every fucking time, mate. I'll be bringing that up. Amount of times I've been like, oh yeah, let's meet up 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because I know you're a bit of a late riser, and then you're late, you're an hour fucking late, and I've got to go to work in an hour. Or 2 hours late, you cunt. So how many times you left me fucking hanging? Also,
Yeah.
I've been at this house and you've been asleep.
Aye, that's true.
But that was for some good reasons.
What was that? I don't remember.
I think you just had a weird...
Aye, right.
Aye. Aye.
There's some things
Anyway,
that can't be repeated.
We're getting to the hour. We're right
Aye.
past the hour.
Hour 6. But I don't remember what happened. Do you know what I realised? I'm going to need to add a welcome episode, didn't they say?
Oh yeah, doesn't matter.
No intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, we're punk.
We're punk. It doesn't matter.
Like, see all these fuckers with the like actual intros.
I don't even think they give a fuck. They just want to hear.
They don't
What just want to hear what the fuck's this about. They
so,
know, and anyone who's listening to this mostly know who we are anyway.
Aye, and I think people like the audience. I mean, I think the general pulse of people is a sort of nihilistic streak. I think the generation Gen Z and our generation are sort of scunnered with everything.
Yeah.
And we like listen to other people who are equally
feel powerless.
But
you could do stuff in your communities. Don't be atomised. Don't be individualistic. This is my preacher moment.
Aye.
Fuck Adam Curtis. Go against what he's saying. We're not hyper normal. we're crazies. Get outside, punch a Tesco bag. Do something for your community like that. Give joy to the world like I did.
Aye. You did. Unintentionally.
There we go.
You sucked it all out again. With this shite.
With this shit, yeah. Throwing this into the world.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you this.
I hope you enjoyed my rant.
Had a taxi driver. I was when going down to my ma's.
Yeah.
So there was a taxi to High Street, and the guy kind of knows me. He's picked me up a few times, and I don't know what you feel about this because it's getting on my tits now. Right? When taxi drivers and the likes, particularly taxi drivers, by the way, I told him to listen. So if he is listening, you know what I'm talking about. They assume for some reason they look at me, and I'm sure it's happened to you and all, and they assume, I can spout my racist views here because this guy's with me. This guy's on it with me.
Fuck.
So this fucker knows me, right, and he knows I'm a lefty. He knows that I'm a socialist, right. But he likes to try and find middle.
So you're gonna get.
And he likes to try and find like middle ground. He's like, what do you make of your hero, Mad Hamza? I was like, this wasn't even my hero ever. Fucking, I barely like him. You know, like. And he's like, I hate crime and what they all like. And I'm like, what they all like? You know, it's starting to get a wee bit straight. I thought he was talking about politicians. First he starts going, what they all like, And I'm like, Then he's like, filling up this country so they'll. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Aye, right, okay, quiet life. You know, don't want to argue with him. Can't be arsed. And he even starts saying, I mean, fucking driving in that south side, fucking Palestinian flags left, right, and centre. And I'm like, and what, like I could really get into him, but I had to catch a train. And I just didn't want to. You know. Aye, right, okay. He says, so what he's up to anyway? I says, I've been started a podcast with my pal. Alright, so it's no way I got any of that PC shit on it, is it? I said, well, it's made on a PC. He went, very funny. I went, no, Bill. And he's like, but it's not like fucking PC crap, is it? It's like, you don't pander to all that transgender crap, do you? And I was like, no, we don't pander to transgenderism, we don't really pander to anything. I said, we're not even political.
Yeah.
He's like, good. Good, you've just been ranting about politics. But my point is, though, I digress. My point is, isn't it annoying though that these fuckers assume, looking at you and going,
I don't see anything about you that would make me be like, this cunt's gonna know.
He's gonna be up for the National Front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you get that? But do you get people assuming that you're
not
on their side?
Not very often.
Do you challenge it? When they start their push?
Sometimes I used to get the old Polish one, so I challenged that. But I think
the old Polish ones.
But then I think because in the summer I look a little mixed, so I don't think people.
Oh, risky.
I think they look at me and they're like, this guy's got something.
So they look at me and they go, he's white.
He's
trash.
White as fuck. He's absolutely no danger there, mate.
Yours trailer's true.
Aye, he'll know.
He's up for it.
He's a white supremacist.
And this is the guy I've told him in the past, no, I don't agree with you, like, we're quite opposites, and but yeah, he's dead happy.
He's still trying, maybe he's trying to poke you and get something out of you, isn't he?
He's not getting it.
No, he's not getting it.
It's just bizarre that, this is like, he's putting his job on the line here. Like,
yeah, you could review him, could you?
Aye.
Racist.
Aye. Like, I had to listen.
That probably would put people off. Oh, good. Some people are like, nice. Fucking chat for him for.
You'll get a fucking raise.
Yeah.
You know that? You get a 5% raise every
5%.
every time you get reported for racism, like Glasgow cabs. So Aye, that happened. Nothing else happened.
Right, on that note, maybe that was a good little bit.
Was
When
it?
we end.
Was there any good bits in this bit?
Aye, it was shut up.
Christopher Walken didn't show up this
Nah,
time?
maybe that's good. Maybe that's good.
Any bin menus?
Oh, bin menus. I like that.
Anything happening on the old bin man front?
Hey, we're still with you guys. I touch a bin every week, once a week, and I don't like it. So I commend you.
Especially
I hate
wet
taking
bins.
my bin out. Oh,
Wet bins.
Wet bins with those rats.
You know, I don't even take the bins out when it's wet out there because I know I need to lift the wet lid, and I'm like, I'm just not touching dirty bin water today. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Really? You're that bad.
I'm
You're
not
that.
against bin water.
Wow.
Because you can't even see when you've lifted the lid. You can't even wipe your horn because you're just wiping bin water.
Yeah.
Where are you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, where are your face?
I know.
Oh, I'm drinking a bin water.
Yeah.
That lovely. Well, bin men. I genuinely wonder how much drink bin men make.
I have no idea. It'll be 13 quid an
I
hour.
know this.
Yeah.
No enough anyway.
No enough anyway. Good answer. Yeah.
No enough anyway. Do you know any offhand facts?
No. We
Just
just end it.
one?
Let's just end it.
Just end
We just
it.
gave some facts.
So, no intro, no ending.
Ah, fuck.
We'll just go like that, right? Like, we'll just do it. We'll just
Well,
go.
I was gonna
over-
try. I tried
right?
to end it on your good little story there, with your punchline. That didn't work.
It was a good story.
It was alright. It was decent.
Decent.
Or what do you want to end it on then? We want to end on a bang.
A bang.
On a bang. Do you want me to have a fight with you? Let's have a fight.
I'm quite.
I'll
keen.
put a fucking Tesco bag
Last
over
week
your
I wanted to
head.
fight. No, I don't.
I'll put a Tesco bag over your head and I'll
Pick
fight.
your days, man.
Oh,
I've got an injury.
Have you?
No.
Convenient, right.
Aye.
You'll have an injury in a minute. All that
Anyway, so we're gonna go now.
Yeah,
'cause
we're
Paddy's
going now. It's getting
bother me.
shite. Yeah. Right.
And this was an intermediate episode because Paddy fucked the schedule up.
Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry.
I apologise for all those viewers who love the show that we didn't do this earlier and saved your lives 7 years ago when we first started discussing podcasts and bigger projects. That's Danny's fault.
Aye. So no facts, no intro. So